I know you and me have been waiting a while for this moment, but EMRble Olympic Games, the first season and the first ever event, the Relay Pursuit, is finally here. And if you don't know what this is, it's basically just slalom and other custom comps if, penalty seconds were added for DNFs. Maybe some EMRble competitions do that. Across the globe here. I don't know. I don't remember one's doing that, though. So I'm just going to say that didn't happen. Again, that's just a assumption and a speculation from me, the commentator, Evan, of course. And we're actually just going to get straight into this thing, because I did not edit with any other images, with the Amazing Algaes, our home team, taking on the Volcanic Vindication here in the first heat. And it's unfortunately for the home crowd, the latter of who gets the much better end of that. And now, Membrane Madness and Neptune Ninjas. See what happens here. The Ninjas lose a marble, as do the Madness, so both will get a penalty second, unlike the other two teams, and as a result, the Neptune Ninjas will get saved there and move on, which they definitely wouldn't have gotten had that Membrane Madness marble not botched everything. And speaking of botching everything, the second and third Silhouette Squad marbles here just collide with each other terribly hard. And as a result, the Coffee Colliders will just get easy advancement over them by a much bigger margin than what the first two margins of victory and loss were for those teams. Now, Feline Pupils and Rising Sunshines, and it looks like the Sunshines have the lead, but wait, did that Feline Pupils marble end up in the lead and actually knock that marble across the line? Did they knock Twilight across the line? Okay, here you see. There goes that Feline Pupils marble. Assumedly lands in the Sunshine's lane, yeah, right there. What's gonna come of this? Because they knocked Twilight across the line, whichever member of the Pupils that was, and they will get a DNF for that. You do get the time to at least see, but the Rising Sunshines move on easily. And now, Arctic Circles and Torrential Downpours. Two assumedly kind of coldish teams here. And appropriately, they have a close finish. That's definitely going to be a photo finish needed to tell who got that. I think it was the Torrential Downpours, and yes, it was. By a singular hundredth over the Arctic Circles to advance to the quarterfinals. That is as close as it gets. And now, Green Diamonds and the Painty Patrollers here in heat number 6. And it looks like it's going to be pretty much a dead even photo finish until the Painty Patrollers lose that one marble and completely ruin what could have easily been said photo finish. And I suppose their manager, who they were supposed to go commentate with me, but we both kind of ran out of time. Perhaps when I told him that was the only way, pick one team instead of them all, I suppose he chose the wrong consortium to go down, but that could just be a crackpot conspiracy theory, because we still have 15 events left. And now, let's just see what happens here, because I spent the entire time yapping about that, and the time this heat was played, and I think the Balloon Rainbows were able to get ahead of Team Glass right here. Yeah, I think Team Glass did the same thing the Silhouette Squad did, where they just had the second and third marbles collide and ruin any chance they could have had at advancing. And now the Fire Pits and the Professional Paladins in the final heat, and the Paladins are flaming the Fire Pits, pun completely intended. And the Pits lose a marble, and the Paladins are celebrating just as they should be. And yeah, the Fire Pits will be just one spot away from the depths and pits of hell, no pun intended, actually pun completely intended once again, from dead last because of the fellow team with that same, team abbreviation with the words, well, the first letters of the words, I suppose, getting a DNF. It's the only thing saving them from the first ever MOG event, dead last. And the fiery rivals of the Fire Pits, just to rub it in their faces even more, I think beat the Neptune Ninjas handily on this heat, and they did, without the reserve, named heat. Very interesting. And now, Coffee Colliders and Rising Sunshines here, and let's see which one will advance. And the Colliders and Sunshines both lose a marble, and I think the former of whom just about managed to pip the Sunshines to victory at the end here, and yes, they did by 0.08 of a second. And now, Torrential Downpours and Green Diamonds here in quarterfinal C, and off they go here. It's basically dead even until the Torrential Downpours do exactly what the Silhouette Squad and Team Glass did. Hey, that's kind of ironic. 13th, 14th, and 15th in alphabetical order here among these teams all did that same thing in their heats. This is the first instance where it took place on that top lane, so you have to think logically, maybe the Volcanic Vindication will do that in the bronze medal match, considering the pattern that's been going on here, and botch a bronze and get fourth to whoever, beats them in that bronze medal match and loses that other semifinal. And the Professional Paladins, well, speaking of maybe making mistakes, after absolutely flaming the Fire Pits in their heat, will botch what easily could have been a victory against the Balloon Rainbows here. And I think Knight pushed Armor off, so they have only themselves to blame, because they did, in fact, get ahead of EMRble, and they will drag their team down to 7th place in this event. And now, will the Volcanic Vindication A, lose this match to the Coffee Colliders, and B, do against, in the 3rd place match against whoever loses the other semifinal, what I just said, and yeah, they definitely did that first part already, that's for sure. They put up an absolutely putrid performance and lose the EMRble, and I believe the Coffee Colliders had everybody finish before they could even, get a proper time, so easy win for the team in brown here. And yeah, Volcanic Vindication just threw that away. Could have had that if that EMRble just didn't decide to go haywire or just go flying off the course and go hog wild, but they just ended up flying off. And it's going to be an easy win for the Green Diamonds against the Balloon Rainbows here to advance to the finals as well. Let's begin the replay. I said it was an easy win, but that could have looked a lot closer. And the Balloon Rainbows did exactly what I was just mentioning about the Volcanic Vindication that they might do against them here. So maybe they'll actually just get lucky. Maybe they were just trying to realize that. Maybe they were just trying to lose there, and I suppose that worked if that's what they were trying to do. If it wasn't, then it didn't, and they definitely didn't do what they wanted to here. That's for sure. The Volcanic Vindication definitely got the bronze and finished with their 3rd EMRble before the Rainbows could even fathom crossing with their front 3 marbles, or really just everybody, considering how close Red and Orange Balloon were there, and it will be an easy bronze medal for the Volcanic Vindication. And now, the final of the event that everybody has been waiting for. Coffee Colliders and the Green Diamonds. And off they go, and it will be a close final that I think the Green Diamonds are going to get the better end of and win the first ever Marble Olympic Games event as a result of it. And yes, I think they will. The 4th marble, cleverly enough, if that's even a word, cleverly, sorry, they pushed the 3rd marble forward to prevent a loss, which could have easily happened if the Coffee Colliders, they didn't really screw anything up. It was just the push from the 4th marble to the 3rd that gave the Green Diamonds the victory, and the lead in the standings, and everything else on top. Obviously, the results in the standings are the exact same as it's only been one event, and the 2 teams of the FP abbreviation are down at the bottom of the order after the first event. Next one will be Funnel Endurance, so I will see you then.